Today's making sense question. Should I pay my employees on a delayed pay schedule? So delayed pay schedule, like paying in arrears. So from when I read this question, what I get is that like, can I pay my employees on a pay date of December 31st for the pay period of December 1st through December 15th? So basically there's like a 15-day delay between when somebody worked versus when they actually receive their paycheck in their bank account. Should you pay them on a delayed schedule? I would lean towards no, especially in the climate we're in from an employee leverage standpoint. As a business owner of Accountfully, we have a lot of employees, right? Our pay schedules are basically, the 1st to the 15th, we pay on the 15th. So our employees get paid basically to the day that they work. And I think that's a good aspect, because the last thing you want for just from an intangible aspect of your employees is having them delay or wait for their paycheck versus when they work, and that could put them in a bind for various reasons, right? So like if they're working, your employee, and if they're working, like they shouldn't be treated like a vendor where they're on terms and where like you may delay payments or things like that, or they have to wait till a later date. And a couple of nuances with this is that, so I recommend that some of small businesses delay for sake of just managing cash flow. It is what it is, but again, make sure you treat your employees properly. But a couple nuances here is, number one, if you have an employee and you wait like a 2-week delay like that, they may work from, start working on the 15th of December, 16th of December, and not get a paycheck until literally January 15th. So it's a full month before they get the paycheck. That's a lot of time to work before you actually get paid. So just understand that from an intangible kind of benefit aspect. And lastly, clearly, that's for salary employees, right? If you have hourly employees, you're definitely going to have to pay in arrears just because of how you have to manage and track hours, and then how quickly you can turn around paying those employees on an hourly basis. I recommend like a week, right? If you pay every 2 weeks, let's say on on a Friday, and they're hourly employees, what I would recommend is doing basically the prior 2 weeks is paid on that Friday. So there's a week delay there, which I understand could be frustrating but it's better than 2 weeks. And at the same time, from an hourly employee, you can't process payroll until you actually have their hours recorded. So it's going to be really hard. At a minimum, it inherently will be a delay. Just how do you minimize that delay to your employees is the best. So again, in summary, I'd recommend not doing it. Clearly, hourly employees is a different concept, but your salary employees, I recommend paying them when they're actually working up to the day that they should be paid. They're your most important, basically, asset. And treat them like that. Don't treat them like vendors, subcontractors, and other folks that you can kind of push on the cash flow approval outflow versus employees. So hope you learned a few things today. Thanks for listening to Making Sense.